Hi, I'm Melissa from the Yarn Barn, and I'm going to show you several different options for winding bobbins. This is the Shaft single end manual bobbin winder, and it is their basic, most simple bobbin winder. Its operation is very straightforward. It has a large wheel. You turn the crank. This rubberized drive band turns the shaft. And so as you turn the handle, the shaft is turning. Because this wheel is pretty large, for every rotation of the wheel, you get a lot of motion with the shaft. So it winds pretty quickly. And it mounts on the edge of a countertop or a table. It comes with a clamp, so you just clamp it like that. And the shaft is tapered slightly, so it can suit a variety of different types of bobbins, not as small as paper quills, but typical plastic or wooden bobbins work just fine. You slide them on till it's tight, and then you turn the crank. And you can turn it either way. And that's the Shaft single-ended manual bobbin winder. This is the Clerk's metal manual bobbin winder. It's all self-contained in just one piece. And it's all metal. It clamps to a table. Now this is different maybe from other bobbin winders you might have seen in that the direction of the shaft is away from the edge of the surface. So you can't mount it just kind of on the edge of a counter or tabletop. It actually requires a little bit of extra depth to be able to get access to it to put the bobbin on. But the gears inside are completely enclosed, so you don't need to worry about fuzz or fiber getting into it from what you're winding. It's pretty problem-free, and the shaft is tapered, so you can use the Clerk bobbins on it, but you don't have to. Shaft or Harrisville bobbins work just fine. It's too big for paper quills, but for plastic bobbins or wooden bobbins, it works just great. This is the all-metal bobbin winder made by Glamocra, and while we don't like to play favorites, this is our favorite. And what we love about it, one, it's all metal, so it's very solid. Two, it's very fast. This has a worm gear, and when you turn it, you can see this little gear is turning, and that means the shaft is turning really fast. So with very little effort, you can get a lot of turning on the shaft. Now there's one thing we don't like about this, and that is it's possible to damage the gear by turning it backwards. So it's intended to be turned clockwise. There's nothing stopping you from turning it counterclockwise, and that will over time damage the gear. So we love this bobbin winder for a home studio where you're the only one who's going to use it and you know you'll use it correctly. We don't really recommend it for people who are taking the bobbin winder to a workshop or a guild meeting where other people might use it and might accidentally damage it unintentionally. But it's very straightforward to use. It maybe has the smallest area for the table surface that it can clamp on, but it's still pretty versatile. It comes with its built-in little clamp. You clamp it to the surface, and then you put the bobbin on. Now, this particular one is designed for bobbins, so plastic bobbins or wooden bobbins. It has a tapered shaft, and so a variety of different opening sizes will go on. They also make one that looks just like this, but with a much slimmer shaft, and that's for winding paper quills. So if you want to wind bobbins, this is the one you want. If you want to wind paper quills, you want the quill winder. But this is the Glamocra bobbin winder.